Hey neighbors, we are out and we are about to do a walkthrough on our Toll Brothers build in Lexington. We just finished the pre-drywall walk with the builder. Everything looks pretty good. It's coming along fast, and we're going to take a tour real quick and just show you the updates. So there she is. We've got some extra roof tiles. The roofing is going on. You can see the tile work that's going into place. Some of you guys have actually asked me about the tile work. Isn't it really a lot heavier than composite shingles? It absolutely is, and that's part of the extra expense of a tile roof. It's almost impervious to our Texas hail, but it does require heavier framing, more structural support. Of course, the tiles themselves cost more to install, to purchase, and all that. So whenever you see a house that has one of these kind of roofs on it, it absolutely is gonna cost more money. That's really to answer a question a lot of you guys have been asking me. And yes, I always tell you, do not go into a home when there's scaffolding or when people are up in the air working, because there's heavy stuff that can fall on you and it will squish you and hurt you. But I've been around new construction all my life, so I'm very safe when I do this. I know what I can do, what I can't do, and there's no one actively working right now. And other than just a few supporting boards, the walkways and gangplanks or gangways, there's not anything up in the air. There's nothing that could possibly fall on me. So I am being safe. I also want to point out this exterior membrane. See, this one is called Weather Smart. It's by Henry. It says drainable, yada, yada, yada. This is also something similar like to Tyvek. This is something that is a moisture barrier. It's part of the exterior cladding. And if you remember, it went on top of the OSB board. So that's the reason the house is yellow right now. It will be covered up by the external material that's going on this home. All right. So as you can see, there you go. That's all part of the mechanical rough out. That's ducting for the air conditioning. You've got plumbing, you've got electrical boxes, and right there, that yellow wire's the same thing as this. Remember my technique. You should be able to move this and be able to tell that a staple did not penetrate the wiring. That is very important, guys. And more electrical outlets. So all of that mechanical rough out, all the stuff that goes in the walls, in the attic, plumbing, electrical, gas, drainage, ventilation, HVAC, all the wires are bundled up and in place right now. All the duct work is in there. They always, it looks like saran wrap, doesn't it? They always seal your returns and your supplies. You will call a supply event return. I've only ever heard it called returns. Light boxes, all of that. Did you guys know, like if you have a one-story house and you have a floodlight or a can light in your ceiling, did you know that that is probably the largest source for losing conditioned air, cold air or hot air? So check those if you own an existing home and just make sure it's properly insulated. I don't know why I threw that out right then. I just wanted to share it. All right. I love how well the Toll Brothers structures their home with all this extra material just to make sure it's sealed and insulated properly. We have our attic ladders going up. You know what? Let's go up here. Okay, come on. Here we go. Aluminum ladders are great. They're lightweight and they're structurally sound. Wood can sometimes break or bend or succumb to the elements. So this is really awesome. Right now we've got enough decking, this stuff. It's going over to the air handler, the air exchange, which is that big box. It's also the heater above it. But there's an opportunity to add a little more decking in here once my clients move in. And you could put some good storage in here. Like some of this area, and if you do put decking down for storage, remember, we don't put pool tables on it. We put lightweight boxes, Christmas ornaments, what have you. Look at the height of that. Sweet goodness. That is massive. All right. So I was walking, okay. They have staged the drywall. Remember, this is called drywall. It's called gypsum board. There are lots of different names for it. It's basically talcum powder sandwiched between two pieces of paper. this stuff cannot get wet. If it gets wet, it turns into a big mushy ball of yuck. So this is why we don't have drywall work either done before we're finished with new construction, and it's why we always put the drywall in once we're sealed from the elements, meaning windows and doors and the siding, the yellow stuff, right, and the OSB, and a roof. We don't want this ever getting wet. Okay, all your plumbing's tucked away. I've already walked the house. I did a pretty good walk on my own. Everything looks pretty good. There's some odds and ends that are in flux, meaning they're not addressed yet, that are gonna be cleaned up and fixed. But we really weren't ready for, you know, everything to be finished because it's still a work in progress. Well, guys, that's it. She's gonna get insulated, then we'll get the drywall installed, and then we'll be off to the next phase. So be keeping an eye out for it. When the insulation goes up in your exterior walls, then the drywall goes up. Definitely a great time. All right, may God keep and bless you guys. May he cause his face to shine upon you, and stay safe till I see you again. All right, guys, bye.